All right, let's take a look at the latest Netrunner OS. Let's go ahead and jump to the website and see what they have to say. This is Netrunner XOXO, which is, well, it means hugs and kisses. So, well, I feel the love, I guess. So let's take a look at Netrunner. Let's see, it's netrunner.com. So there are different versions of this, as you see here: Desktop Core, Pinebook, and Odroid. Some other news here. If we go to download, and I downloaded the torrent of Netrunner 21.01xo. Okay. Some more information here, some notes, running in VirtualBox, and so on. I'm running this off a live USB. I've had pretty good luck lately running multiple Linux distributions off a live USB stick, and I have to tell you, as a Windows user, that's just freaking awesome. So thank you, Linux developers. Let's go ahead and minimize that. So this is the default desktop here. Why don't we go real quick through the default desktop, right click, and if you've messed with KDE Plasma Desktop before, this is a great looking desktop. Some options here as you right click. Of course, the Plasma Desktop is famous, I would say, for its type of widgets. For example, I can grab the analog clock and drag it here. I think, let's try it again. There we go. Okay. You can click that and get the date. If you push left click and hold, you have some other options here to move this around. I guess I will leave it there in the middle. Right click, we have configure analog clock, appearance and keyboard shortcuts. Right click, we have alternatives. We can do a digital clock switch, and there you go. Alright, so I'll leave that for there. By the way, the clock is wrong. I'm running this off a live USB, so that's normal. Once you do a full install and do the updates, it should be fine. Alright, some shortcuts here. Install Netrunner Desktop, which I will not do a README file. Networking and my computer. Okay, KDE Plasma version 5.14.5. This is running off of Debian Stable. Debian Stable doesn't necessarily run the latest software, which is not necessarily bad, because you're going to get, well, a very stable desktop. If you're looking for the ultimate instability and not necessarily the latest in software, yeah, Debian Stable is fine. Let's see, the README file goes to Netrunner README, and yeah, it gives more information here. Username, password is live, and so on. So nothing unusual here. Okay, so we have a panel here at the bottom, and yeah, we can move this around. As you see here, we'll just keep it at the bottom for now. The height, you can change that. Again, nothing out of the ordinary here. As I go through this, one thing I'm surprised that hasn't changed. Let's go to the volume control, and here we are at this day and age. We still don't have a volume input meter. I don't get it. I'm assuming that moving the meter up to 88% is going to be loud enough. I think it is, but I don't know. There's no meter here, and this is something that I've never understood with the KDE Plasma Desktop. Something as simple as this. Now, I realize not everybody on YouTube creates content like I do, so you probably don't need a mic meter, but I don't get it. So you guys who run this or develop this, as a Windows user, I don't get it. Maybe if I was all Linux, I would get it, but I'm just calling it as I see it. Maybe I'm missing something, but this is not very user-friendly. That being said, let's go ahead and move along here. All right, this is the capture mode. Take a screenshot, which I will not. We can right-click, and there's some more options here. Panel options, add a panel, widgets, configure panel. Again, as far as this part goes, I would say this is user-friendly. Let's go ahead and move along here. It does come in with the built-in screen recorder, which is very appreciative. I didn't have to install like Simple Screen Recorder, OBS, or anything else. So thank you, Netrunner. It makes it a lot easier. I hope it works. I guess I'll find out once I'm done with this. By the way, I won't do any editing with this. I'll just leave it the way it is. All right, Firefox by default. Leave that there. Okay, the famous and fully loaded Dolphin file manager. This does a lot. Maybe for beginners it may be too much, but it's great. Once you get used to this, if you're looking for a fully loaded file manager, there's probably nothing more fully loaded than the Dolphin file manager. We click videos here, and I am hoping that the screen recorder is recording the video in the video folder. Like I said, we'll find out after we are done. So nothing unusual there. Let's go to the launcher. If we left click, now the one thing that I do like about this is that you have different types of launchers. And we go here to the right, graphics, internet. In fact, let's go to this real quick. Games, Frozen Bubble, GLtron, KB, Breakout, Mahjong, K-Mine, some others. Okay, graphics, the GIMP is installed by default. Some favorites here, the Synaptic Package Manager, one of the best for Linux. Internet, all right, Firefox, Fox, KD Marble, Skype, very nice. Thunderbird I use quite a bit. Firefox is okay. I've always preferred Chrome. It just runs a little faster for both Linux and Windows. Multimedia, Pulse Audio Volume Control, very good. Kdenlive, very good. Handbrake, and probably my favorite lightweight music player is Audacious. I just like the way this looks, and you can customize the look of this. That's a little bit too small. But let's move along. Office, LibreOffice Suite, settings. Let's see here. System settings, and probably going to be a whole bunch. Plasma tweaks, workspace, behavior, and so on. So, look and feel. Yeah, this is fine. Looks good to me. Again, this is loaded, so I won't go through every single piece of software. The system here. Let's go to Cases Guard, or the system monitor. And memory 1.8 running the recorder off a USB stick. May seem a little high, but I think once you install this, it's gonna use considerably less RAM. But this is actually running pretty zippy, running this off a live USB. Okay, utilities. What do we have here? Kcalc, Ocular, Spectacle, screenshot module there. So again, nothing unusual here. Web, we looked at that, power session, and so on. One thing I do like about this, if we right click on the start button or the launcher, you have some alternatives. I prefer, we have application dashboard, which I guess is by default turned on. Application launcher, application menu, simple launcher. Let's do application menu. Let's try that. Switch, see if that'll work. Yeah, this gives a more, I guess, more of a Windows-ish feel. I'm not sure I like the blue, too much blue, but that can be changed. But I just like this a little bit better. This is really more reminiscent of, I guess, Windows 7, which is fine. But yeah, I kind of like this a little better. And if you don't, you can change it, if you want to. No big deal. But overall, this actually is loaded. And it's based off of Debian stable. So if you are a Windows user and you're worried about bugs or the potential for bugs, anything based off of Debian stable, which I've tested before, is going to be, as it says, stable and much more reliable than cutting-edge software, usually. If you're into using Telegram or Skype, it's all there. HookTube. Oh man. Okay, I'm not going to crack a joke. I'm just going to move on. This is a family channel, and you guys are snickering. Shut up. So, I think you get the picture. Favorites here to the left. The Synaptic Package Manager is one of my favorites. Been using this ever since 2006, since the beginning. If we go here, and there is a search. I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Type in software, discover software mod. I got the giggles all of a sudden. See what you guys do to me. I think it's time for another News and Nonsense Live, maybe next Friday. Anyway, this is where maybe for beginners this might be easier to search for software. For example, so you're looking for VLC. Do a search, and there it is. I'm sure you've seen this for Windows. Those of you who still use Windows, I'm not sure why you use Windows 10. Well, I think I know why. You probably have to do it, but that's okay. So this is just an example of how you can discover or search for software. You do not have to use the more advanced Synaptic package manager. So this works the way it should. I guess I could have hooked up my webcam to show you that, but I've done that many times, so it's not necessary. I'm just using my headset mic, and I'm hoping that the volume is pretty good the way it is. Again, no volume. This is. I don't get it. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but why don't they put a volume meter for the mic to make this easier? I guess I could open up pulse volume control, but that's not the point. That's my only gripe, and it's been that way for years, so I don't get it. Anyway, I'll leave it at there. That being said, if you can live with that, without that, yeah, if you are new to Linux, give this a shot. It's free. There are different versions of this. So check this out at netrunner.com. They've been around quite a bit. Yeah, I'm going to say 10 years, maybe not quite 10 years. I'll have to look it up, but if we click about, it'll give you a little bit more. This is by Blue Systems. So, yeah, check it out. It looks, at least it's running pretty stable in my live USB mode. So check it out. That's all I have for this one. If I missed anything, please do let me know below in the comments. Be safe out there, and maybe I'll catch you on the next live show. So from Ohio, I'll just say arrivederci. Ciao.